The following is a fan-based narrative. Please support the official release.
Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Who can tell me what these are?
Whoa, our treasure?
Aren't all of these like from their own homelands? How do none of them recognize any of them? They're not just bad students, they're bad citizens. Then again, with teachers and role models like these, what can you expect?
This is the Amulet of Aurora, the Talisman of Mirage, the Helm of Yixler.
I'm sorry, what? Zixler? I don't know who that is, but it sounds like he didn't do anything wrong.
The team that finds most wins a private tour of the Canterlot archives with Princess Celestia.
What a great prize! Extra schoolwork. That's like winning a trip to the library with the principal.
Gallus and Silverstream? Sounds like you're our first pair. What? They'll make a great team.
Sorry, pretty sure this fandom has spoken. The Griffin and the Stoner Pony are the first pair. And yes, I'm going to refer to this rejected version of the Furry Breakfast Club as only their races, because why bother learning their names? Most of the time, the own show forgets that they exist, and they'll probably be gone by next season.
Wait, you all were called on this friendship quest too?
It must be a really important one.
And terribly far away!
You guys don't find it strange at all that all 6 of you are being called at once to the very edge of the map. With how often you guys are attacked, how does this not scream trap to you guys?
Just getting there will take days!
Do y'all know what this means? There won't be any teachers left to run the school!
You've never worried about this before. Ever.
Should we send our students home?
I say we take them with us! Round trip!
You want to bring students, and not just a class, but literally the school, across Equestria. And yes, that's why the headmaster was right. You can be equestrian heroes, or you can be teachers, but you certainly can't be both due to situations like this. Also because none of you have a teaching degree and probably will ruin these kids for life.
Problem is, we don't even know how long we'll be gone.
Don't worry, every pony. I already have a 70-point plan in place for this very situation.
Twilight's supposed to be a science pony, so I'm sure she knows a 70-point plan just means it has 70 points of failure.
You want me to be head mare?
No, Starlight, she said give, not be.
You're the perfect choice. You're a good leader and an expert in friendship. I trust you to run this school exactly as I would.
Yeah, she's a great leader. I mean, she did lead an entire cult, so she's very capable of molding young minds, and is definitely the person you want to leave in charge of a school. This plan can't possibly go wrong.
The curriculum, rules for the Spellvenger hunt, dining hall menus for the next 6 months.
Where were any of those extra stuff stored? And if she could just lift all of this with her magic, why force Spike to wheel half of it in? And I'm just going to point this out, scrolls are the least practical thing for material that's supposed to be open a lot to be reviewed. You have to reseal them every time, and they're much more likely to be damaged.
But if you're sure it's what you really want, I promise I won't let you down.
I knew I could count on you.
Why does she have a suitcase here? Because she certainly doesn't have one when she's run, not to mention they normally use saddlebags anyway. And I'm not even sure what she would be carrying anyhow since they're all naked.
I hate goodbyes, don't you? I just go to pieces.
1. This was painfully obvious. 2. Pretty sure he's used this joke before.
Oh, was I not invited to the grand opening? Friends and Family Day, Baccalaureate? I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time believing Fluttershy didn't invite you ever. That seems painfully out of character and like something that just wouldn't happen. And I'm really doubtful that any of the other writers just never wrote Discord in because they knew this story was coming out and that just people forgot that he existed and never really put him into the storyline with the kids.
I seem to recall a whole song about how this school is where you make your own rules.
Then you also must have heard Starlight is in charge now.
Really?
How would he hear that? Unless he's constantly listening to you like some sort of NSA spy.
Item 1, gravity is optional. Item 2.
Apparently, there is gravity since these rocks aren't constantly flying off and instead hovering.
When we play ogres and oubliettes and he puts that many E's and really, things don't usually end well.
Don't worry, Spike. Discord and I are old Save Equestria buddies. He'll be fine.
Didn't he, like, also betray Equestria, like, a bunch? Yeah, no, he's going to die. He's just flying off. No one cares. None of the Pegasi are helping. None of the other creatures with wings even care.
Would say, oh, how could you, Starlight? You've broken my trust and failed me completely. Oh, don't worry, I'll cover for you.
The irony in this is so great that there's no way the writers intentionally did this. And if they did, that's a sin in and of itself, because you can't be self-aware of what you're doing and then continue to do it.
Oh, some thanks for all my help. And after I hired all those substitute teachers for you.
Wait, so how long was it between them talking to Discord and entering this room? I know he can snap stuff into existence, but he had to teleport these guys, explain everything to them, and get them to agree to teach.
This is too cold. Now it's too hot. Now it's too tea flavored.
Yeah, so I guess they cranked up Cranky's asshole factor by a few notches here. I don't remember him being this much of a dick to everyone.
You do seem like you're in over your head. Won't Twilight be so disappointed with how you're running her school?
So Discord is back to being evil, I guess. I mean, this clearly is not testing her or anything like that. I mean, this is literally just trying to torment Starlight.
What I need is for you to leave.
Happy now?
Come on, Discord. You know that's not what she means.
Or what she said.
I know there's been a little bit of adjustment since the professors left for their trip, but I've brought in new teachers.
That's half the teachers you need, and none of them are again licensed.
Yo, greetings, fellow creatures. Is this seat taken?
They're making this meme to be funny, not realizing that they themselves are this meme.
Sounds like some pony needs a little motivation.
So this is the second time Discord has brought a giant monster to attack students, once again putting them in danger. We learn later that he's simply doing it because he's jealous. Who knew gods were so petty? Well, besides anyone who's ever read a fable or religious textbook.
That probably made things worse. Why didn't you just talk to Discord?
She's been talking to him. He's literally putting the children in line to be hurt or worse. Banishing him is literally what anyone should do.
They're hidden in the castle. When you spot one, touch it with a magic shield to keep track of your score.
Twilight left a list of your hunt partners before she left.
Once again, it would be far easier to just write names and draw pictures of everyone. I'm not sure why the show constantly does this.
I hope you know where you're going. To the helm of Yixler!
Hell, Yixler.
Says Yixler was an honorable yak warrior. Any enemies that saw him put down their weapons in peace.
Then how did he become a warrior if he never fought?
Aw, Acellus and Smolder found their first artifact. Wait, what's that?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense that she's seeing into the school. I mean, there are literally no windows in this entire hallway. Not only that, but are there windows just in every single room where someone outside of the school could just peep in? That doesn't really sound like a safe environment for students.
How? No offense, but I don't think magic is the answer against Discord.
Wasn't magic like the answer literally every other time? Like when you froze him in stone multiple times?
The shell of Knuckerbocker. It's like a seashell, but if you blow into it, you call it dragon. There's a sweet poem in her book about it. Climb to the heights with dragon flight.
So it's a booty call to get dragons to come to you like Ember, or maybe Scorch, or whatever their generic dragon name is. Are they even a girl? Has that ever been explained?
On the contrary, I think I rather can and will.
Then I have just one thing to say to you.
Well, do go on.
I'm sorry.
What?
No pony ever invited you to the school. And when you offered to help, I didn't listen.
No, him feeling left out is an excuse for him trying to kill students, or abusing them and belittling Starlight. This is just him being an asshole. And this is why he wasn't invited to be at any of those events.
And offer you the job of vice head mayor.
Huh? Really? What? Why? No!
Totally confused.
Yes, for once, these ponies and other creatures aren't dumb.
Expense account, parking space.
You're new to the world of education, aren't you?
Yes, teachers aren't paid well. Who's this joke for again? Oh, the 12 teachers watching this episode? Your target demographic is 7-year-olds. This moral makes no sense. This is a horrible moral, and the show writer should feel bad for teaching it. This is the opposite of what they should be teaching.